Hey guys, so we are out here solo camping again, just me and Nikki. We decided to head over to Colt Creek State Park this weekend. Easy back-end sites to back in by myself, and just to get away for a little bit before we head up next weekend to go pick up Alli. But I thought this week we would maybe do a little discussion about some of the things that we don't think we could live without now, RV accessory wise. So if you are new to our channel here, we would really appreciate it if you take just a second to hit that red subscribe button down below. It is free, doesn't cost anything, helps the channel out, and make sure to ring the bell right beside it. That way you're notified when we upload new videos. And if you enjoy this video, make sure and give it a like down below and hit that thumbs up button. So Alli's still in Georgia for one more week, and that's leaving me and Nikki out on our own for some more solo camping, but she's doing well in Georgia.
Hey guys, so I am still here in Stone Mountain, Georgia. I'm here with my mama, and she's doing really well. She's been out of the rehab facility for about a week now, and she's getting along really nicely. I'm actually very happy to see her getting stronger every day. So I've been doing some things around the house for her. I've been planting flowers and moving all of her things from upstairs into her downstairs bedroom and bathroom, and making things easier for her and a lot more safe. So it's coming along nicely. I do miss Chuck and Nikki. I can't wait to see them. They will be coming up on the 12th, so I'm looking forward to seeing them. But I've really enjoyed this time with my mom, and just we've had a lot of laughs and fun, and a lot of close time. So definitely I will never forget this time that we've shared together.
Sounds like she's getting a lot accomplished and helping her mom out quite a bit. One of the first things I would say that we really would not want to live without is these Chocks. It makes it so good to chalk the wheels, make sure your RV is not going to roll away from you, number one. Number two, they do stabilize the trailer quite a bit, and you add those with your other stabilizing jacks, and it makes for a pretty rock solid, inside experience in your trailer. The Chocks are something we would always get. As a matter of fact, we had to buy new ones when we bought this new trailer because the old ones had a spread axle, so they were the extended Chocks. So I had to buy a set of the new ones that are not extended. So definitely that's something we would buy and buy again if we have to. Another thing that we bought, and we bought this when we bought the new trailer, or right after we bought the new trailer, is these Beach Lane Anderson style leveling. I don't even know if you really don't call them blocks, but they're basically like the Anderson levelers, where you drive up on them and you can pretty much go from anywhere from a 1/4 inch correction to I think 4 inches correction. And when you combine this with the Level Mate Pro that we bought, which is another thing that we are super happy with, the minute we get to the campsite and I'm starting to back in, I just turn it on, I check it. So I try to find the most level spot in the campsite. And once I do that, if there's any correction to be made, I just get these Beach Lane levelers out and I put them under. And for example, today at this campsite, we had to go about 1/4 inch is all. So that wasn't too bad. Probably could have lived with that 1/4 inch, but hey, we got them, we might as well use them, right? And so far we really love them. And that, in conjunction with the Level Mate Pro, are two things for leveling our campsite that since we don't have auto level, that's something we really appreciate having. I still do carry a nice manual level just to check the level of the trailer every now and again, but I have to say that the Level Mate Pro has been doing a spot-on job. I would say the only downside to the version we got is it's battery operated. It uses one of those like watch batteries, and if you forget to turn it off for a long time, it does go into sleep mode, but it's still drawing power. And I've already went through one battery. I know there's a modification you can buy on Amazon. I've seen that you can make it a hardwired and plug it in, and they do have a version available now that is electrical powered. It's a little bit more money, but probably should have went with that when I did it. So something else we just started recently using for the last couple trips is this brand of water filter going into the RV. We used to use the blue ones. I didn't think that they were that great, quite honestly. We kind of stopped using them, and we just bought bottled water for drinking and making coffee and for Nikki and everything. But I thought I'd give this one a try. It was a little bit more expensive, said it removed a little bit more out of the water, and it seems good. The water smells good, the water tastes good. Actually, yesterday I just went ahead and bought a pitcher filter, a pure, water pitcher filter. So I'm actually double filtering the water. That way we don't have to buy bottles of water and just continually waste, plastic bottles and all that stuff. So with that outside filter and the pure water pitcher filter, water tastes great. It looks good and clear, and we're saving on having to recycle plastic bottles. Because I do have to say, I'm trying to think where it was we were camping recently. I can't remember exactly where it was a few weeks ago, where the water in the shower it kind of stunk. It had a weird smell to it. And I think that's kind of what prompted us to go ahead and start using the water filters on the outside again. And finding this one here, it seems like it's doing a good job. And it's supposed to last about 6 months. We'll see. We'll see how long she lasts. So if you remember, a couple weeks ago we were talking about how when we left Tillis Hill Campground, we decided to skip the dump station because of rain and a line, and circumstances happened where we weren't able to dump for like 6 weeks, and the black tank got to be quite the smelly situation. Well, I found this product online. It's called RV Digest, and we're trying it out now. And so far, I put it in the tank when we first got here. It's been a couple days, and when I flush, it smells like nothing, which is good. There's no perfumey smell, but there's no stinky smell either, so it smells neutral, and that's what we're going for. And I'm kind of anxious to see what happens when I dump, when I leave here, and see if it has really broken down all the solids and the toilet paper and all the stuff in there. So I'm not only going to use this in the black tank, but I'm also going to use it in the gray tanks too. According to directions, the first initial use, I'm going to use 4 ounces per the black tank, and I'll put 4 ounces in the kitchen sink gray tank, and then 2 ounces after each dump after that. So that is 4 ounces. So one thing with the new rig that has been an issue compared to our previous rig is the actual dumping of the tanks. Where the connection is not where the valves are. On our previous rig, the valves for the black and the gray tank were right there at the end where you connect the sewer hose for dumping. So it was never an issue when you would take off the cap. On this one, with all the stuff being in the wet bay, all the valve handles being in the wet bay, even though they're closed, every time I would take the cap off, some nasty water would come out. And so I bought this Valterra twist-on valve for the end of the line there, basically right at the end where the cap is. And it's been a godsend. Would not live without this. This is probably the number one thing that we would never live without again. And not only that, I might be late to the game, but I just learned through a friend of ours, Jamie Stevenson, and I guess he learned it through changing lanes and Chad talking about it, and I must have missed that video. But because we have 2 tanks now, a gray for the shower and a gray for the kitchen, if you leave both the gray valves open in the wet bay, obviously keeping your twist-on valve shut, you can fill your shower water and it will backflow into the kitchen tank. So you get a lot more storage space for gray water from your shower. I think we have 30 gallons for the shower and 30 gallons for the sink. We never use that much in the sink. So this is going to give us longer showers, and we're not going to have to dump near as often, which is really nice. Now, with that being said, that we are basically doubling up our shower storage before having to dump the gray tank. When we do fill it up, this is one thing I am not sorry that we bought a couple years ago, and it's the Camco waste tote, and we only use it for gray water, but it does come in handy on extended stays where you do fill up your gray tank and need to get a little extra room.
Alright, so I just finished dumping, and I would definitely say that I didn't see any solids. I was pretty shocked that I didn't see any toilet paper so that was good. So whatever the enzymes is in that RV digest, it definitely digested the toilet paper. And the tanks are all reading empty, which that's a great thing too. So far, so good. I'll kind of probably do an update next week as well on it, seeing how it does tank after tank. Hopefully it gets better and better.
So these are a few of our RV must-haves that you necessarily don't have to have, unlike, say, having a surge protector or a water pressure regulator, things of that nature. I mean, you do have to have some sort of leveling blocks or something like that, but you don't necessarily have to have the Anderson style or the beach lane like we do. You don't have to have Level Mate Pro. I mean, you can just do it with a level and do it manually. You don't have to have that shut-off valve. I mean, but to us, these are our must-haves. Since we have them now, we wouldn't live without them. I also wanted to give a quick little shout out. As me and Nikki were walking on Sunday night here in the campground at Colt Creek State Park Sunday night, we actually ran into a couple of our subscribers who watch the channel, and they stopped and said hello, and I got to know them, Jeff and Cherie. It was awesome meeting you guys, and hopefully our paths cross again and we're at the same campground and we can actually hang out more.
So next week, we, meaning Nikki and I, are heading to Stone Mountain, Georgia. This will be the first time that we've taken a trip that far by ourselves. So a little bit nervous about driving, you know, the 8 or 9 hours by ourselves, but I think we're going to stop at that Bass Pro Shops in Macon and overnight there Friday night, and then get up early Saturday morning and head on over to Alli's mom, pick her up, she'll get checked in, and we're going to celebrate Alli's mom's birthday. So it's a surprise, so don't anybody tell her. All right, so we'll see you guys next week from Stone Mountain, Georgia. If you're new here, we'd really appreciate it if you would go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and ring the bell. Drop us a comment and give this video a big old thumbs up. We really appreciate it, guys. See you next week.